This series that is very short is where I'm stopping. Church, have I not tried? Have I tried? Put your hand together for Jesus. That means you're owing me a gift. So many people don't know that the origin of knowledge is imagination. That means imagination is more important than knowing. Imagination is the home of knowledge. When Jesus came to the earth, Christ was his imagination. So what he did, all the revelation that Jesus spoke emanated from the imagination of Christ. So those who understand how powerful imagination is, how powerful imagination is, they create knowledge. You know, imagination is the home of revelation. So if you tame your imagination, there is nothing God will hide from you. But the ability to tame imagination is a gift of God. I don't know I say ability to tame imagination is a gift of God. Now, imagination cannot be tamed. Cannot be tamed. Because without clear vision, if imagination is tamed, it will produce unrestrained result. Listen, the omnipotence of God is introduced by unrestrained imagination, which is the home of knowledge. Can I tell you something? Please, thank you. I'm going to round up soon. I have done it already. Please, but I want you to hear. I am saying what I'm saying because the Lion of Judah is going to come to the earth with the revelation that is not yet existing. But that revelation exists in imagination. The only chance the Lion of Judah has to speak something that men have not heard before is to consult the most powerful imagination of God. If you look at Revelation, Genesis chapter 11, 1-6, that the Babylonians were wonderful people that God had to produce the Jews from as their root. The root of the Jews is from Babylon. And why the root of the Jews is from Babylon is because of the ability of the Babylonians. The ability of the Babylonians to have unrestrained imagination. That can build a city and the tower whose foundation reach to heaven. Whose top reach to heaven. Now, have you ever asked yourself, I'm going to get away from it now. Have you ever asked yourself why it was possible for Jesus to say something that the ancients couldn't understand? Can I tell you something? The discipline to tame your thoughts is one of the greatest gifts. That is why all great people you see on earth, they don't suffer fluctuation of thought. They have very powerful ability to keep their imagination, because imagination is the home of knowledge. Wherever imagination cannot be restrained, omnipotence shall be declared continuously. Nothing is impossible for someone that have unrestrained imagination. If Satan wants to keep people down, he corrupts their imagination. I say he corrupts their imagination and limits their thoughts and their knowledge. Can I tell you something? The creative ability of God is an imaginative creativity. Somebody woke up in the morning and I said, there's something I saw. I saw the biggest company in Lagos, and I'm part of it. And the person has the strength to stay with it. And then until it happens. Because imagination is the home. Listen. In infinite imaginative power, there is unrestrained revelation. I say, in infinite imaginative power, there is unrestrained revelation. Why? The Bible says, when the lion accomplishes the day of vengeance, that God will come out of him to be all in all. Why it is possible? It's because after God brought the ideology of grace and truth and bring ideology of vengeance to cram his work on earth, if he must be all and all, then God will no longer depend on ideology. He will depend on imagination. Because God created ideology from imagination. Now, if ideology can be killed, what about imagination? And you're trifling with a man of God that has power to plant you. Why will you joke with a man of God that has power to do what? A preacher that has power to plant you positively must not be trifled with. Listen, I've been here for about 3 hours. I'm trying to plant you and you will not be able to forget me. Because I'm trying to plant you to protect you. All planted hearts are protected hearts. If you are a preacher and you want a big ministry or successful ministry, plant into the heart of people continuously. Anytime you take a microphone, you start planting on them. Nobody denies what he eats. The omnipotence of God is introduced by unrestrained imagination. God is all powerful because his imagination is limitless. The greatest gift of God to man is unrestrained imagination. Don't sit down with somebody who said that is not possible. Here on earth, all things are possible, but your imagination must be unrestrained. In all unrestrained imagination are not afflicted with doubt. Doubt is an affliction that is sponsored by darkness. Let me say again. I said doubt is an affliction that is sponsored by the angel of darkness. So each time people doubt God, they will go down. Each time people doubt God, God will separate from them. But those who their imagination is preserved, sanctified, made powerful and limitless, there is hardly any doubt in them. Now please listen. Please listen. All great ministries on earth were formed by men and women that have very powerful imagination. They create it. If you keep on saying yes to God, God will say yes back to you. No matter how people say that is not possible, don't hear them. All things are possible unto them that believe. And it will take sanctified imagination, unrestrained.